All right. A bit of water or something, huh? In the ladies section? We need some air conditioning over there.
It's fine. It's nice to comfortable.
All right. So today's Daf Yud Beis. Yesterday, right at the end of the year, we finished the Mishnah. So we'll just do the first line of the Mishnah. We'll do the second line a little later. Yud Aleph Amud Beis all the way in the bottom. Dishun Mizbeach HaPnimi. When you clean out the inner Mizbeach, the Mizbeach HaKtoros, every day you clean it out. You take the ashes, V'hamenoiro, and the ashes of the menorah, the leftover ashes, Loi Nehenin, you should not benefit from it. V'loi Moyalin. However, there's no Isur Meilah. Even though there's the mitzvah is already over, the menorah is already lit, everything happened, the Ktoros is done, so therefore there's no Meilah. There's still an Isur to benefit from it. Zok the Gemara, Bishleima Mizbeach HaChitzoin. You're talking about the outer Mizbeach that we discussed the other day, the Chsiv Bei V'Somei Etzam Mizbeach. So it says, you take the ashes, you take the Tmuras HaDesha, and good morning, Avi, take the Tmuras HaDesha, and you throw the ashes where? By the Mekoim HaDesha. On the right side of Mizbeach, right over here. Not this. Okay, let's take this off for a second. No confusion. Right over here. I don't know if you can see. He comes down the ramp. He makes a left turn. 3 tfachim off the ramp. 10 amas this way. There's the small box. It's hard. Could you see the box? No. Okay, I didn't think so. But anyways, he could see it because he's sitting 1 foot away from me. But everybody else cannot see it. So enlarge this. Oh, good morning, Yeshua. No AC. So for no AC, we could have sat in our new base madrash. Without lights, and without a floor, and no chairs. Fine. So Akol upon him, this is the Mokum Hadeshin. So that says in the Pasuk. V'somai eitzam mizbeach. So here are the Psukim, Rabbi Isai. In Vayikra Perek Vov Pasuk Gimel, it says, V'heir misadeshin, asher toicha lo eish, so oilo alam, v'somai eitzam mizbeach. You put it by the Mizbeach. Where? Where by the Mizbeach? Steht nicht on the right side or the left side of Mizrach HaMa'ariv. It doesn't say anything. Okay, so that's the pasuk by Trumas HaDesha. Mizbeach HaPnimi Minolan. But where in the world does it say that when you take the Ktoros, the leftover ashes from the Ktoros, from the Mizbeach HaPnimi, inside the Kodesh, and you take the ashes out, where do you put the ashes? Omer B'lozid Omer Kro, V'heiseres Murosoi B'noi Tzoiso. There's a pasuk by Oila that you take out the crop, the innards of this bird, and you take the feather. You remember? The famous feather. I don't know, for some reason I remember Mr. Kornbluth during the feather. He's where is he? Very excited about the feather. Who lost?
You lost the bet.
I did, why?
I challenge you to throw the feather from here to there.
You didn't bring a feather.
Never mind across the whole...
You're thinking about a feather from your business, from the goose. Like this size. I'm talking about the feather of a pigeon and all of them together. Anyways, the kohen would stand right over here.
If you could throw a feather 1 meter,
I'm not a kohen. They were very strong, the Gemara says. With the spitz, with the thing, if you're a mumchi, go.
The bet stands.
Okay. You come, I'll bring you to the Beis HaMikdash, Beis Hashem, and I'm going to show you the kohen. The kohen used to stand up here on top of the Mizbeach and throw it over. Yeshua has some Gemaras over there. Here, right over there on the stand in the back. And he would land over here in Mokum HaDeshin. Fine? That's the pasuk. V'heiser, you see the pasuk? I don't know, could you see this? Okay. V'heiser's murosoi b'noi tzoisa. He takes the crop and the feather. V'hish l'choisa, and he tosses it from the top of the Mizbeach. Where? Eitzel HaMizbeach. Next to the Mizbeach. Where? This is the key word, kedma. Kedma in red tells me that I put it on the eastern edge of the Mizbeach. This is east. I know it's all upside down, but this is east. Right over here.
Is the menorah there as well?
This is north, up here. and this is, yeah, it's not working. No, this is south. Sorry. That's why I do it like this. I had it right. Sofan, this is north, this is east, and he puts the noits over here. So the Torah tells us when it comes to an oila bird, you throw the crop and everything to the kedma. And then the Torah says in green, and this is problematic, el mekoim hadoshan, where the trumas hadeshin goes. Okay, so that's what the Gemara is going to darshan now. Because, I'll just say about peh. Why does the Torah have to say to the mokoim hadeshin? Just say to the right side of the mizbeach, kedma, to the mizrach part of the mizbeach, and it says over here, look in purple, eitzel mizbeach, and it says right over here, eitzel mizbeach. So once I know that this is by Kedma, so this is also by Kedma. The Trumas Hadeshin is Kedma. You ask me, how do I know that Trumas Hadeshin is in Mizrach of the Mizbech? Because I have Xer Shava, Eitzel Mizbech. It says the same exact words. And just like over here, it's Kedma, over here it's also Kedma. These words, in the Mekoim Hadeshin, I already know this is Deshin, down here, right? This is Deshin. This is Oila. And I have Xer Shava between Oila and Deshin. So I know that Deshin is by Kedma. So why does it say Mokum at Deshin? The Mokum at Deshin, after I have Xer Shava, is extra. To teach us something else. To teach us a new halacha that is B'chlal not mentioned in both of these psukim at all. This pasuk is talking about an oila bird. This pasuk is talking about Trumas Hadeshin. And we're trying to find out Ketores, the Deshin of the Ketores. The ashes of the Ketores. Shkoyach. Kimayim karim al nefesh ayefa smeya. Fine. Omar Rebbe Lazar Makro veises muratza b'noy tzoysa im eino yin lemizbech achitzon tneu in yin lemizbech apnimi. Since these words are extra, so I'm going to use it for our halacha by Ketores and the menorah also, as the Gemara is going to say, the ashes go over here on the right side. You take it out here. Here's the Mizbeach. Where am I? Over here. You see this gold thing over here? That's where they do the Ketores. That's the Mizbeach. So I have to take the ashes over here, walk outside, go around the Mizbeach, and dump it over here. Meichatesa. Who told you? Maybe I put it next to this Mizbeach. Maybe I put it on the left side of this Mizbeach. The answer is because I learned it out from these two psukim by Oila and by Trumas Hadeshin. Shkoyach, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakoyni b'dvaroi. Rabbi says, Mamish Kiddush Hashem. It's a big oilam here, early in the morning, before Slichas. Be'ez Hashem. No, because Baruch Hu will look down and say, if we could do it this early in the morning, it doesn't matter. The point is the time. The Olam came at 6:45 to learn Torah on a busy day. It should be schus for the whole year, Be'ez Hashem. All right. Imeino yin mizbeach achitzon tnei yin mizbeach apnimi. Ema idi vidi mizbeach achitzon vilik ba'eloi mokoim. Maybe, look, this pasuk that says Kedma is talking about a bird, an oila bird. This pasuk is talking about Trumas Hadeshin. And there's no mention in the pasuk of Trumas Hadeshin what side of the mizbeach to put it. The only mention is in the red over here, Kedma, that it's in Mizrach, on the eastern end of the mizbeach. But that's talking about an oila bird. It's not talking about a Trumas Hadeshin. So maybe the Torah tells us this, that the Xer Shava, that I should learn Trumas Hadeshin, that there's Mizrach. All you need is a Xer Shava of Eitzel Mizbeach, purple and purple. My Hadoshin. Why does the Torah keep on going green? El Mokem Hadoshin. This is extra. The green is extra. Dafilu Mizbeach Apnimi. It teaches us Mokem Hadoshin that if I don't need it for these two psukim because I have Xer Shava, so the green El Mokem Hadoshin, yeah, this is extra because this is talking about a bird that you put you throw the noitza to the Mizrach. Meilah, I know it also, the Mizrach, I'll know it by Trumas Hadeshin. So why does the Torah have to continue al Mokim Hadeshin? I throw the noitza to where the Deshin is. It says Kedma already. The answer is to teach us another halacha, not to get to us, Imenu in Likant, in Acher. You teach us that the Torah also goes to the Mizrach. Menorah ben Alan. Okay, so I have these three things, but where do I know the fourth thing called Menorah? Deshen Adoshen, because it says extra hay. Zok the Mishnah. Reb Shimon Omer, Toirin Shelo Yigia Zmanon. So now, before we go to this Mishnah, let's go back to Yud Aleph Amud Beis. Because this is actually, it makes more sense, and this is how it is in the Mishnayos. If you look at the Mishnayos, you'll see. It says, let's go all the way to the last line of the Mishnah, or 2 lines from the end of the Mishnah on Yud Aleph Amud Beis. If you have, you don't have your thing, you ran out of battery? Toirin Shelo Yigia Zmanon, Ubnei Yoina Shover Zmanon. You have the turtle doves, those brown guys that are too young, the youngsters, and it says Toirin, they have to be adults. Ubnei Yoina, and pigeons, Shover Zmanon, they became adults, they became mature. Since they're not in the right time, says the Mishnah, you cannot put them on the Mizbeach today, so there's no Isser Meilah. But don't use them. Says our Mishnah, Reb Shimon Omer, there's a continuation, What's the problem? You have a turtle dove that's going to be available in a month from now, so you'll wait a month. Right now, I was magdish it, I should be over Meilah. B'nei Yoina, however, Shovar Zmano, once they're too old, they're never going to be available for the Mizbeach. Meilah, there's no Meilah, says Reb Shimon. So he's mechulik on the last line of the other Mishnah on the Tanna Kama.
It's like he did nothing, right?
No. Well, you mean when he was magdish a Ben Yoina? Yeah.
It was never right for the Mizbeach.
Correct. 15 minutes. But it says Lo Yinehenim. Wow, only 15 minutes? Yeah. Okay. Bish Lohimer Reb Shimon Kediktani Taimo. I could understand Reb Shimon very well. Shoy Reb Shimon Oimer. Kol Roy La'achar Zman. There are 2 cases. If I'm magdish an animal, it's not roy today. What are the cases? The typical case is Mechusar Zman, because an animal, in order to shecht, it has to be 8 days old. And if it's 4 days old, 2 days old, it's Mechusar Zman, it's missing its time. It doesn't have enough time in its life. You have to wait until it's 8 days old. So he holds in that case. And in the case where it's Oisov as Benoi, so if I shecht the mother today, it's also for me to shecht the baby, the offspring. So if I designate the offspring as a carbon today, it's not roy today, but it'll be roy tomorrow, because tomorrow there's no issue for me to shecht it. There's no kares, vein by kares, but you're over an aloisasa. In other words, he holds that there is Meilah. So Meilah, by this turtle dove, today it's too young, I can't bring it on the Mizbeach, but tomorrow it's going to get older, it's going to be mature, so Meilah, if I designate it today, I'm over on Meilah, that's what he says. Reb Shimon holds there's Meilah, even though it's not roy today, just like a behema that's 4 days old and I have to wait until it becomes 8 days old. So to this turtle dove, it's 4 days old. When it becomes 3 months old, it'll have whatever simanim on its wing, on its head, it turns gold, whatever, then I'll be able to be makravit. And Meilah is Meilah today. El Rabbanon, Maishno Memechusas Man. Now Rabbanon are mechulik on him. But in Mechusar Zman, when the animal is going to be 8 days old next week, they hold there is Meilah. So how come over here it's any different? It's mamish the same exact case. What's the difference if a goat is 4 days old and it's going to be 8 days old in a week, in 4 days from now, and then there's going to be Meilah, and today there's Meilah also? So to the turtle dove, Amri. No, if an animal doesn't have enough life to it, it's only 4 days old, it's similar to a balmum. The Bahar Pidyonu. From the fact that I see that if you have an animal that has a mum, I can redeem it. From there I see the fact that I can redeem it, it still has Meilah. Aval hani oifois, kiven the aim mum poisa ba'oifois, ein loivis pidyon. In an animal, I have a concept of pidyon when it has a mum, so it's similar to. So right now, it's not worth anything. Right now, I can't bring it to the mizbeach. It's a balmum, but I'm still over Meilah. Why? Because I could redeem it and use it for a carbon. So Meilah, an animal that's mechusar zman, I can't use it right now. I could use it in a few days. So Meilah, I have Meilah today. But by a bird, I don't have that concept. There is no concept of balmum by a bird. If a bird has a mom, I can't redeem it. So I never see that idea by a bird that I could redeem something and create Meilah today, even though it's not royal today. I don't have that idea by a bird. I have it by a behemoth, but not by a bird. If you have kachim that died, yotzim they Meilah dvar Torah. The Meilah, the Isser Meilah that they have on them, flies away. They're dead. You can't bring it to the Mizbeach right now. And what are you going to do? You're going to feed it to your dog. They're worthless. But you're not paid it for a dog. Yosef Ulav Kamal Shmaitzo, Omalei Rav Chizda. So Rav Chizda didn't like it. He says, Man Shomalach, Ule Rabbi Yochanan Rabbah. Who's going to listen to this? Who's going to listen to Rabbi Yochanan? Where did the Kedusha fly away? We have a concept. If you have Kedusha, you have to get rid of it somehow. It can't just dissipate. This meat had a Isser on it. Where did that Isser go to? Omarlei, Tikshi Mas Nisin, what are you talking about? You see Mefurish in our Mishnah. Torin Shlo Yigi Zmanon, Ubnei Yoyin Shover Zmanon, Lo Nehen V'Lo Moyelin, Hachanami, Neim Kedusha Shebem Leichon Holcha. If you have turtle dove that is not old enough, according to the Tanna Kama, there's no Meilah. Where did it go? Omarlei Moedin Elach, Dikim Meilah Midrabanon. You're right. In Kachi Kachim, there is Meilah Midrabanon V'Kashili, but what did I mean? Mi'ikim midi the mikara loy isbei Meilah. Is there such a thing that something never had Meilah? Nothing, garnished. So he's going back to Kachikalim. In Kachikalim, there's no Meilah, right? And then this animal died, no Meilah, zero Meilah, because there's no Zrika. The animal dies, v'lebesoif isbei Meilah. How is it possible, says Rav Chizda, a concept where the animal has no Meilah, and then it dies, and all of a sudden you give it Meilah with the Rabbanon? How could that be? So how does it fit into the words? Rabbi Yisai, how does it fit into the words? Look at his question. Kedusha shebehem lehechon halcha. Where did the Kedusha go to? He's asking fakert. He's asking, it never had Kedusha, so Kedusha lehechon ba, not lehechon halcha. Or whatever the question is, it doesn't fit so well into the words. So if you look at Tosfos on Yud Beis Amud Beis, it's like the first Tosfos on top. It's like 10 lines from the end, and he says, "V'hainu hadik ha'omer le'el v'chigdusha shebehem lehechon halcha koloyma." Kedusha shebehem, very interesting pshat. Shaloi haya ba meila klal. This kedusha, in other words, this very very light kedusha called kachim kalim, that there was no meila to it. Lehechon halcha shetochel le kedusha chamura. Interesting. I mean, it's a little bit maybe a doichak. He says it had such a weak kedusha. Where did this weak kedusha disappear to that you replaced it with a strong kedusha? How could you add a new kedusha? Where did the original kedusha go to? That Shalom Aleichem, I'm adding a new kedusha. It's a new kedusha. So that's how it fits into the words. V'loi. So what's Rav Chiz's question? I have a perfect example. V'kedam. Dimi karo lesbo Meilah. We learned yesterday blood. There's no Meilah. Even midrabanon there's no Meilah. Why? As we explained, Rashi brings that there's no gzeir in the Beis Hamikdash. So there's no deraisa that we saw from Psukim. There's no Meilah on blood. Not in the beginning, not then. And there's no derabanon either. Zero. And all of a sudden, after you pour it into the drain, and it flows out of the Beis Hamikdash, and it goes towards Nachal Kidron, all of a sudden, Shalom Aleichem, there's a Derabanan Meilah. It's a perfect example to answer Rav Chizda. There's no Meilah at all. Yotz Nachal Kidron Moyelin Boy. Amri. No. Hosam na Meikim Meilah Mikara. There is a concept of Meilah Yud Beis Amud Beis Dom Merav. Hamekis Dam Lebehemas Kochim. Also Ba'ano Moyelin Boy. Listen to this. If I shecht an animal and I take its blood, there's no Meilah whatsoever. You're right. Then I'm asking to you, why? As we saw yesterday, one of the pshatim is the kapara. I gave you the blood of the shechita for kapara, v'loi for Meilah. But if I make his dam, if I just do bloodletting, then all of a sudden it remains part of the animal, and there's Meilah today. You hear the nafkamina. If I let blood, like those guys in Africa, the animal's alive and I take out some blood and I drink it, mamish me'ilah. But if I shech the animal, over there I have psukim that tell me that shchita likapara and not for me'ilah. Gufa maravun omarav, hamek is dam lebemas kochim osaba no moelim, but there is me'ilah if you take it from bloodletting mosav ravim nuno. Why is this any different than chalev amugdashim, milk of kochim, ubeitzei toirin, loy nehenim loy moyalim, the eggs of the turtle doves? There's no me'ilah. What's the difference? Something that comes out of the body of a pigeon, not a pigeon, of a turtle dove, there's no me'ilah. And all of a sudden, the blood that comes out of a what's the difference between blood that comes out of a cow and milk that comes out of a cow? The milk that comes out of a cow, you told me, it's 100% mutter. No me'ilah. Blood that comes out that the African drinks, that is me'ilah. Pavos. Stam a riddle. Why does it say beitzei toirin? The eggs of turtle doves. Why? It should also say the eggs of neyam. Omalei ki kamrin legabe dom. Blei miskayim blei dam. So Gemara says beautiful nafkamina. Blood is part of the animal. You cannot live without blood. So Meilah, if you have blood on the side, it's not inside the animal, it's part of the animal. So Meilah is me'ilah. Avachalav, the kokaima beloy chalav, you could exist without milk. Look, there's males that don't have milk. Loy, it's not part of the animal, there's no me'ilah mosav misharishio. It's going to say in the Mishnah right now. No, there's a brayso, sorry. You have the waste of an animal that's inside the Beis Hamikdash. Lav dafka Beis Hamikdash says Tosfos, but anywhere, it just happens to be that usually these animals in the Beis Hamikdash. There's no me'ilah. V'yiplu domela lishka. The gabbai sells it for manure, and the money goes to Beis Hamikdash. Amai hochenami lo mikayim b'lo peresh. Needs a little bit of explanation. An animal, and if to explain it better, maybe an animal needs to eat. It needs to have waste. It needs that whole cycle. So if it's necessary for the animal, so if it's necessary, it's part of the animal. It's not like milk. Without waste, animal will die. So it needs waste. It needs that whole process. Whatever. We'll explain it better later. Amri, what's the connection? Ma'iri hadin perished min alma ka'asila. You eat food from outside. In other words, the animal wasn't born with waste. It's a new thing that you introduced to its body, food, and then it created waste. And tomorrow you'll introduce more. It's not enough gemina. Ozal hay, ozachrina. Food goes in, food goes out. La pukidami gufa, but blood is born with it. And you don't put in more blood into its body. The blood is blood, it's part of its body. Hakatani, lo nehen v'lo yimalem v'dom v'lulishka. What do you do with the waste? You sell it, and the money goes to Beis Hamikdash. It's a riot to Rebbe Elazar, Dom Rebbe Elazar. Anytime it says that loy nehenim v'loy moyalin, Dom avyipilu lishka. Zok the Mishnah. Brand new Masechta. We could start. Anybody that's just wanted to start Daf Yomi today, it's brand new. We're starting right now. A new Masechta. Chalev hamugdoshim. Ubeitzei toirin, we just had it a second ago. The milk of a kodesh kadoshim, of an animal. Ubeitzei toirin, and the eggs of the turtle dove. Lo nehenim v'lo moyalin. Since it's not part of the animal, it's a mufresh. It comes out. When he was makdish, this animal, he didn't include the milk. He didn't include the eggs. This is only going on something that's for the mizbeach, and Meilah, the eggs, you don't put on a mizbeach. You bring a bird, you bring the bird, not the eggs. You bring the goat, not its milk. So Meilah, since it's not right for the mizbeach, there's no isur me'ilah. But if somebody designated his goat for the upkeep of the Beis Hamikdash, so what's the nafkamina between the goat and the milk of the goat? They're both for the upkeep. What does upkeep mean? You're not going to take a goat and put it inside the mizbeach. You're going to take the goat and sell the goat. So you'll sell the milk the same way you sell the goat. So Meilah, both of them have the same amount of kedusha. So Meilah, if you designate a chicken, there's me'ilah on its egg. chamoira and a donkey, we're going to the worst example to show you that a donkey also, if somebody designates a donkey to the Beis HaMikdash, it also has Kedushas Bedek HaBayis. It doesn't matter if it's Tomei or Tar. The point is, I could designate my car and my donkey and my kosher animal as well. Meilah bo b'chalava. So now the Gemara, real quickly, we have 3 minutes. The Gemara assumes that the Reish and the Seif are the same. So the Gemara has a very big problem. If the person designated, what's the difference if a person designated an animal for the money part, the domim of the animal, I'm going to sell this animal and use the money for Bedek HaBayis, or if I designate my animal for the money of Karbanis, because it has to be similar to the Reish and the Seif. You hear this Vart? It's not the pshat that the Mishnah, the Gemara understands, it's not the pshat that I designated an animal for the Mizbeach to be makriven on the Mizbeach. It has to be similar to the Seifa. Just like the Seifa, it's the money part, it's the domim. So Meilah, I donated money to the Mizbeach. When I donated my sheep, I donated the money, the shavias, the value of my sheep, and not the sheep itself to be an oila. So for the Gemara, so why not? So what's the difference if I'm magdish my goat for the Mizbeach? So Meilah, the milk of my goat is also part of the Mizbeach. It's not to be shechted. You're right. You have to stick in the medvar mamurim guf like mizbeach. If I was makdish it to be nikr on the mizbeach, then the milk is not included. So the enochanami in kedushas hamizbeach, there's 2 ways to be makdish. One is haguf for the carbon itself, and one is for damim. And if it's for damim, then it's the same exact thing as bedek habayis. There's no nafkamina. Now it's going to be shikdish lebedek habayis. Sikdish tanagoyes meilam bo v'tisasa chamoya meilam bo. Have a Gevaldik Yontif tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Yeah? Is that what you said?
No, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock tomorrow, right here, or next door.
How do you unwind?
They do, but not from outside. What? I know, but you don't need blood. Today, you're creating more blood. You don't have to come into 70. Today,